Hey guys, Vlad Luka here, coming with another breakdown. This time I'm gonna do a copy breakdown of email, and this is a short email, and this is email part of the sequence for uh, big promotion by Risk Hedge, and this is email back from 2021, and I really like this one. Uh, they do a really good job of giving proof here and also giving an explanation of the unique selling proposition. And this is why I like this email so much. And yeah, let's dive in and I will explain why. Uh, Dear Vlad, in the bonus material we sent you a few days ago, we talked about the sad truth that the odds of the average investor outperforming the market are dreadful. In fact, not even 1 out of 10 professionals do. So, how do you gain an edge over Wall Street? So here, you see, they in the first sentence they refer back to the previous email they sent, and yeah, it's a great way, to refer back and just remind, and maybe they will go back. See that mail, and it will add to the whole persuasion framework. But that's not the main point. The main point is how they highlight the problem here. They talked about that the big elephant in the room, average investor outperforming the market. So they highlight the problem, they agitate it further, and they tease a solution and present like, okay, and you see how fast they do it, and this is what you want to do, like you often you don't want to go too deep into that, and here they do excellent. Just 3 sentences: problem, agitation, tease, solution. Okay. Chris Wood, whose portfolio crushed the S&P 500 by 693% last year, has the answer. So here we have a guru introduction. We also it's also like why you should listen to me, and this is like they give you a problem, and immediately they give you why you should keep reading and why you should listen to this guy at all. And because he crushed the portfolio S&P by a lot, right? And also emotion big, that's greed a lot. No, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so whose portfolio crashed the S&P 500 by last year has the answer. Yeah, also relevant. It's you don't want to talk about what happened like 4 years ago. You want to talk about relevant stuff, and this happened last year. So yeah, pretty relevant stuff. Okay, they called sleeper stocks. They present solution. You see how fast they do it. They grab attention and they already expand in that. They also, you see, they call it sleeper stocks. It's done for multiple reasons. First of all, like it's as you'll see, they talk like really they are talking about penny stocks here, and like if like a lot of people talk about penny stocks. So you want to give some intrigue, you want to create a curiosity element, you want to create a unique mechanism. And how you do it? Sometimes you do it by naming something general, something common, different name. And it's also like it's more sticky for your brain, when sleeper stocks, it's done for stickiness. You see, in most cases, Wall Street can't buy this tiny, overlooked type of stocks. Sleeper stocks are safe haven from Wall Street market manipulation and sinister schemes. Okay, so they present a solution, and they go directly into proof. they explain you why it's a solution, because Wall Street can't buy them. And they talked like, outperforming the market dreadful. And so here's how you outperform, because Wall Street can buy these stocks and they are safe, right? And they do some scapegoating here. So it's like you help them, like your readers, you help them throw rocks at their enemies, and you create trust this way. And yeah, having a common enemy is very very good for connection and for trust. So that's exactly what copywriter does here with scapegoating element. uh, Sounds too good to be true, right? Objection. So they present a solution, they give you a few sentences of like why, expand it on it a bit, but they call out the objection right away. Sounds too good to be true. Well, in truth, the truth is sleeper stocks are simply too small for Wall Street. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, the truth is sleeper stocks are simply too small for Wall Street to touch. You see, hedge funds and investment banks must invest massive sums of money for their rich clients, which means they can't invest 10,000 into a small business like the solar technology company Enphase Energy to make 100k. Instead, they must put 10 million into a much bigger business like Apple to make 100 million. So yes, here they continue to expand further, and so they call out an objection for like kind of like a pattern interrupt, not to lose a reader. And this is what you want to do through your entire copy. Like at any point, yes, it's important to catch attention, but it's also important not to lose your reader, and you always have a risk on losing them, and you need to like put those type of things like calling out an objection, so you kind of you give a prediction of what they're thinking about. And yeah, you want to keep your reader keep reading by things like that. And they continue on the idea explained here. They continue expanding it. Too small, so only unique hedge they must invent so they continue scapegoating their rich clients, us versus them kind of emotion. Oh, sorry, fuck. Which means they can't invest 10 yeah. So here's USP. They just can't do that what you can do with sleeper stocks to make, and you still make a lot. So 10,000, 100,000. Instead they must put 10 million. So yeah, USP, he's explaining why Wall Street can't touch the sleeper stocks. And here's what they do even further. They mention Warren Buffett here, you see, and that's powerful. If you can mention someone like Warren Buffett or some big names, it's instantly adds to credibility just by association. So legendary Warren Buffett admits this. You see, and they admit this. So they basically say that like legendary Buffett said this. He admits this. He agrees with us. He has said, I have to look for elephants. It may be that the elephants are not attractive as the mosquitoes, but that's the universe I must exist in. Live in. Live in. Almost. Elephants refer to very large stocks. Mosquitoes refer, and like so that's that's the end of the quote by Warren Buffett. And here the copywriter continues the explanation. So elephants refer to very large stocks, mosquitoes refer to small sleeper stocks. And they basically say like, hey, Warren Buffett just said, he agrees with what we said. Very powerful stuff. Like it's no-brainer proof. It's such powerful proof that you like after that I think it's almost like them. It's undeniable. Undeniable proof. Buffett is flat out admitting he wished he could buy sleeper stocks. You see, and they continue like hammering on this. Powerful. He can't, but you can. And they like, you see, they do a call to action here. They give a most like very powerful piece of proof, and they give you a call to action button. But you can. Very nice. And frankly, you should. And yeah, that's very confident voice of tone, and it also like hints on that like proof is there. You should. Because research for Ibbotson Associates confirms that sleeper stocks had a significantly higher return than ordinary stocks over the last 90 years. They continue with it. You see, like they add even more credibility by association by mentioning research firm, and they say that like sleeper stocks had bigger returns. So greed. Also, like they give comparison by like killing off alternative solutions, why you should go with sleeper stocks instead of like ordinary stocks, and it's over the last 90 years. So safe, big emotion, safe emotion, nice. Renegade investor Chris Wood is a living example of using sleeper stocks to make a fortune. And they again talk about they go back to Chris Wood, who is a guru of this promotion, and they say he's a renegade, and it's controversial. So he's like he's not like the others, and that's in financial publishing, and that's the whole point. Like our readers, they come to us because they want to have something something that contradicts the mainstream, something that is not mainstream. And yeah, powerful, controversial, renegade is a living example of using sleeper stocks to make a fortune. So it's he does this. He eats his own cooking, so to speak. So the proof is in the pudding. He's using it, and yeah, he makes a fortune. Back in 2016, and that's a claim. Back in 2016. Chris recommends a tiny solar sleeper stock and face at just $1 a share. It would surpass $220 per share, netting a remarkable peak gain of over 19,900%. Incredible, yeah, very big. Yeah, and they give visual proof, so they give proof, claim proof. Wall Street couldn't touch Enphase, and 10 million stake would have amounted to almost a 15% stake in Enphase. And once a fund ownership crosses the 5% threshold of company's stock, it needs to file a 13D with the US government. In short, that means the fund is viewed as a company insider, and it must disclose further transactions to the public. That's a deal breaker for hedge funds, which likes to operate in secrecy. So yeah, they repeat the USP, unique selling proposition of the sleeper stocks. They just re-emphasize that Wall Street can touch it, so you will have an edge. That's something you could have, done it without any, any problems, explanation. And yeah, they give explanation here. That's a deal breaker for hedge funds, which like to operate in secrecy. So some scapegoating, like they're in secrecy. Well, do you see why you have a massive profitable edge in sleeper stocks? Question. And that's, you see, it's basically like with a question like that, and it's, yeah, like you basically say them what to think. They start to ponder like, oh yeah, it's massive profitable edge. They just, it's a great way to conclude what you just said with a question like that. Okay. A 10k investment in Enphase back in 2016, when Wall Street couldn't touch it, is worth over 1.6 million today. So here is some fear of missing out emotion, by the way. Also greed, big, and some, why it's working, because Wall Street couldn't touch it. One great sleeper stock is all it takes to transform your net worth. So it's easy, only one big. In our special presentation that goes live in 2 days, Chris Wood is going to show you exactly how to identify winning sleeper stocks and show you why they give you 2 more huge edges over Wall Street. Make sure you registered for this free presentation so you don't miss out. Sign up for Chris Wood, a real life David versus Goliath story. Okay, let's talk about this and read postscriptum. So here's some urgency. It's happening soon. He is going to show you exactly how. So it's a blueprint. It's like we will hold your hand step by step, exactly how to identify winning sleeper stocks, and show you why they give you 2 more edges over Wall Street. And you see, they leave the email with more curiosity and intrigue. So it's very nice. It's very it builds up so much intrigue. So they give you a lot of proof, no brainer to check it out, and they leave you with a hanger. We have 2 more huge edges over Wall Street for you. Make sure you register for this presentation so you don't miss out. Fear of missing out, and call to action, and nicely how they called it, some us versus them, and it's basically in the name, real life David versus Goliath story. Okay, some postscriptum. We go live with this event in 2 days. To prepare, please review your free bonus material by clicking the link below. This valuable information will prime you to maximize your profit potential when we go live on September 13, 2021. They tell you to, and it's a link to a promotion we are selling, I think. So I see how they frame it, and you want to deliver this. So don't just bullshit your reader. Actually deliver some value with your copy. Educate them a bit, and you can frame it like that. Very powerful, very powerful. By the way, I haven't talked about headline in this email, so let's go over this really quick. This is your edge over Wall Street. Really quick, simple headline. Nothing too fancy. We have some curiosity here with this is your edge. Some what's in it for me. So there is some hint on the hidden benefit. And also some, magic pill, something that, your edge, and it will help you make things happen. Also, when you talk about you, it's it's a stopper word. And that's it for today. Really powerful email, a lot of lessons here. Hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next video. Ciao.